All right, what is up, everyone? We are live. Real quick, I am just checking my Apex dashboard to make sure I have the right accounts set up. All right, we should be good. Guys, how's it going? Here we go. It is the first day of the week, Monday. Let's go ahead and check Forex Factory. And yeah, let's lock into our routine. We got news at 9:45. Let's go ahead and put that in the Discord. Screenshotting that. I'll show you guys in a second. All right, here we go. Let's lock in. Here's Forex Factory. You guys can see we have a red folder news at 9:45. Dude, why was there a speaker at 3 a.m.? It's kind of funny. Wow, this is an interesting Monday. Because we got orange folder news at 10 and red folder news at 9:45. So, unusual, but here we go. Oh my gosh, my birthday's in 3 days. I did not realize that. Alright, news today. Alright. I'm gonna drag this down. So let's go ahead and look at the chart. Figure out what we got going on. Let's get rid of all this old stuff here. And by the way, guys, I have a new plan for how I'm gonna go about my accounts, my Apex accounts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to trade one at a time and copy trade it on the back end to an eval account so I don't blow my accounts, right? And that way, so if I win 2 trades, on one account I save an old account, but then I also pass a new eval, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but every single time I do that, every single time I can win 2 trades instead of lose 2 trades, I'm gonna pass a new account on the back end, and on the front end I'm gonna save an old eval, an old funded account. So that's my plan. I don't know if that made any sense, but you know what? It's whatever. Let's just mark out our fair value gaps in case we, get one that we like for flow state. Here's a nice 15-minute fair value gap. And yeah, I will be trading. I gotta change the settings here. Let's go ahead and do that. Real quick, this is just gonna take a second. There we go. So here's what's gonna happen. So Oh, I guess I shouldn't really show these. It's okay. On this account, this is also I'm going to trade one fund at a time, right? And on the back end, I'm going to copy it to an eval. So if I preserve this funded account, then at the same time I'll pass this eval. I'm going to rinse and repeat that throughout all the fundeds and evals. So that's my plan. And yeah, I think it's a pretty smart plan, honestly. Ooh. But anyway, yeah, we got this 15-minute for value gap. We got this 15-minute BPR. And we inverse the hourly. That's a nice inversion. Kind of looking like a buy model. We had this 1 hour for value gap down here. So once again, guys, if I get a trade, it's just gonna be 1 or 2 R, taking half off at 1 R for sure, and yeah. But we have 3 events in the next 40 minutes that are going to bring volatility into the market. We have market open at 9:30, and then we have red folder news at 9:45 and orange folder news at 10. Looks like we swept out these lows, inverse this. What is this? Is this data high? Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing us come down, sweep this, and then, getting a flow state out of it. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if we'll get that or not. Here you can see this is pretty cool. Like, this is the most obvious flow state model ever, guys. You see this? Where you have a sweep of this low. And then we have a 5-minute change state delivery, right? So the market's playing off this right now. So there you guys can see that. Let's measure our standard deviations. So second standard deviation's right here. So maybe we get a retrace off of this. Let's not be biased though. Is there any reason we could go lower, right? It's always something to keep an eye out for. I mean, this 1 hour inversion does make it look like, we should go higher, at least to this high, right? See this 1 hour IPG? you would think we should at least take this high. I mean, that would make sense. Hopefully that makes sense, right? Because, let's get rid of this. Delivering from a fair value gap. And then 1 hour IPG. We should at least take this high. So our trade, we want our trade to kind of cover the range from here to here, right? Because this is a 1 hour fair value gap. And then this is a IPG. So we want to find a lower time frame trade, which is going to capture this move. Hopefully that makes sense. That's at least what I'm seeing right now. So let's go ahead and go back to lower time frame. I kind of want to see us sweep out this low, right? Because that would be accumulation. This would be accumulation. Oh, there we go. So it's happening. Mark, I think Mark Open's actually not happened yet. Accumulation. Where's accumulation? And we gotta keep our eye out for SMTs. That's gonna be a huge role here. If we get SMT off the low, that would be fantastic. Okay, nothing yet. Once again, we still have this 15-minute fair value gap. So, you know, it's possible that this is all the manipulation was needed, but I wanted to see SMT. Oh, we do have SMT with this low here. We have SMT with this low. Okay, guys, this is getting interesting here. So if we inverse this, maybe. Oh, you know what? This is probably also a 5-minute gap. Yeah, this is more clearly a 5-minute gap here. Oop. Did market just open? It opens in 3 seconds. So that's a 5-minute gap. There we go. Swept out that low, and now we have SMT here. We're still holding the SMT. Looks like it doesn't hold anymore. Okay. Interesting. So now I'd probably say we should go back to using this 15-minute fair value gap. If we get anything. Still, you know, it's accumulation. retesting. We're retesting this 5-minute CSD. SMT right here. So far. So, this could be inducement, right? Very well possibly could be, but, we're just going to keep watching and waiting. Is Dodgy a scam? He's not a scam. He's good at trading. There's a reason that there's 500 people. I think it's like 100 or 500 people that all pay him like $100 a month to watch him trade. So yeah, he's not a scam. But what I will say is he's kind of toxic. But he is legit. He's a little toxic, but he is legit. I'll say that. 100% legit. I don't actually even know why people think he's a scam, to be honest. But yeah, guys, when we get something, I'm just going to execute. Like I said, I'm only trading one account at a time now, copy trading it to the back end on an eval, just so I don't lose my accounts. And I think that's a really smart thing to do. So yeah, guys, I'm not sure what we do here, to be honest. I was hoping we were going to expand higher because of the 1 hour inversion, right? But looks like this 1 hour inversion is not holding up so well at all. So, and a good reason why is we don't really sweep out an obvious low. So, it's more like this is a higher time frame gap here. There's like a 4 hour gap. It's against the higher time frame. That's why. 2 hour gap, and then yeah, we got these equal lows here. The higher time frame's always going to hold precedent, like always. You know what I mean? So the reason you lose a trade a lot of the time, it's because it's against the higher time frame. So we have these equal lows. Then again, though, I really do think that, market open, a lot of time it's manipulation, so we will just keep our eyes out for whatever. This is I would consider this a data wick, right? Because what is this? This is when that overnight, over the weekend, we had the whole Iran thing happen, right? So this is like data wick, right? So how can we frame accumulation, manipulation, distribution in this? That's the question. BPR here. We also have this 1 hour gap, guys. I think this is really important to acknowledge, because if we end up, going higher off of this, very possible that could be the case. So we're prepared for either scenario. Once again, this is a 4 hour BPR, or 2 hour maybe. 1 hour BPR. Yeah. We do have SMT here, guys. We have SMT here. Whoa. This is kind of nuts. Okay, I'm looking at taking something like this with break even here. Quantity looks like we'll only be buying one contract. Maybe, let's see. One contract, you can put your stop loss at the low. Two contracts. Probably, you could maybe go two contracts here and be fine. I don't know. I think this is a personal preference thing. What? Wait.
Order filled.
Oh no.
Order filled.
This is so confusing. Why is it not working? The selected account group must contain the current account. Oh, I figured it out. What is this?
Order filled.
Okay, there we go. That was honestly kind of a pain. But I figured it out. So stop loss for I did two contracts. So stop loss 810. And take profit here. I'm gonna do TP1 always at 1R, right? So break even here. TP1. I always do TP1 at 1R. Let's figure out where that is at. So TP1. And TP2. So break even, TP1, 21,910. So I'm gonna go TP1. And 21,944. Alright, let's just see what happens here. Like I said, I kind of look like Dodgy. No way, bro. I don't look like Dodgy at all. There's no way. You really think so? That's kind of funny. Once again, we have S&T here. So that's another thing that makes it higher probability. Really? That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny you say that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to switch over the screen so you guys can really actually see that, yeah, I'm taking this. So, TP1's here, TP2's here. Also disable how I can do everyone in the Discord server. I mean, I'm okay with people doing it everyone as long as it's like as long as it's, you know, actually relevant information. So, can we hit break even, please? We're really not gonna hit break even? We hit break even. It's kind of violent. It's kind of violent. The way we wicked it down. Alright. Alright, there we go.
Stop filled.
So I just got hit at break even. So, yeah, I think that was pretty good. Maybe I should have held it, but I don't know. Actually, maybe I should have held it. This is probably one you just hold, to be honest. Yeah, I'm kind of stupid. I shouldn't have gone break even yet. Oh man, yeah, I should have gone break even like here. I think that I should have gone break even here, and that I messed this up. Or I actually, you know what? To be honest, if I was to redo this, I would just do TP1 and break even at the same spot. I would just do this. Yeah, I messed up. I should have done it like this. Whatever. It's my own fault. Shouldn't have. But guys, I'm gonna keep getting better every day. Okay, I need to switch it back. If I was to redo this is how I would take it instead. So now, yeah. I'm not sure what to do about that. I definitely messed that up. Uh, Whatever, guys. I'm just gonna keep getting better. I'm not really that worried about it, to be honest. I'm just gonna keep getting better. But that's how I should have taken the trade. So. You could also maybe just take all off here. And that would be perfectly fine. So, we have this 1 hour gap. We swept out the low with SMT. Yup, I would have just, honestly, I'd probably just get all out there. I think that was a really good trade. I approve of it. I just think that I should not have gone break even. That's what I think. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go on a 5-minute walk after any trade. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But the thing is, I think if we retest this, because 1 hour for value gap, 1 hour for value gap, $5-minute change state delivery. I think us retesting this, we will go much higher. I think you have to go like this though. Yeah. And oh, the reason this is also nice is because this is a giant liquidity pool. Yeah, this whole thing is a liquidity pool. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put a limit order there for one contract, 1 hour for value gap, SMT, sweep of the low, and then yeah, TP1. At 1R, TP1 and break even. So this is how I'm gonna do it if we get it. And then TP2. To be honest, I don't know if it will, but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, put a limit order here, and then I'm going to go on a 5-minute walk. Because we could always retest this. And then, like I said, TP1 and break even. I guess I can only have TP1. Because I'm only able to... Yeah, I think I can only do... Now that I'm thinking about it, I can only do one contract. Yeah, I can only do one contract. So... I don't know. What should I do? I can only do one contract. Let's just go like this. I could go for TP2. I could. You know what? I'm actually just going to do it. I'm just gonna go for 2-1. I think this is a good trade. Break even. Can it start to load? I would give this a post-trade approval. I just hope it's not too greedy to ask for 2-1, but I don't think it is. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's hard to do much at 10 p.m. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. There's this. This is all. I think we'll go up here because of liquidity. I don't know though. You're right. Might not happen. Once again, I'm just trying to get better. So. Okay, I'm gonna go on that walk now. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm thinking about it, and I think this is a good trade if we were to get it. The thing about it is, I'm trying to go according to my rules where I take a partial at 1R. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, it was just a 5-minute walk. I just don't. Sometimes I just don't know what the right decisions are to do because, on one hand, like I want to follow my rules, but on the other hand, I know this is a good trade to target 2R. So anyway, I'm not going to take that trade anymore. I'm gonna get rid of the limit orders. And yeah, I kind of screwed that up. So this was how I took this with, I think it was like 2 cons. And I, yeah, basically got stopped to break even perfectly there after we took out these highs. Now, this is an interesting one because it just kind of depends on, you know where you got filled, right? For me, I guess I got filled a little slightly off. I got filled slightly off because of the whole issue where I was trying to set everything up still because it was glitching out. So, I don't know what to say about that other than I'm trying. Yeah. How about adjusting your stop loss next time or taking your entries after your stop gets run if trade is still valid? Yeah, I shouldn't have gone stop to break even so soon. That's the main issue that I had with it, is I went stop to break even a little too soon. And like I always have been saying, guys, I'm just trying to get better as well. So, I think, well, it's not that I went break even too soon. It's that, I don't know. A lot of time, what I'll do is when I take a trade, one, sometimes the fill isn't perfect, but two, sometimes I put my stop loss just a little bit in profit, just so I don't have to deal with it saying a negative number. Just because psychologically that actually makes a difference. But you can see here that because I did that, or because I'm used to doing that, this actually ended up stopping me out here. So, yeah. I think it was a great trade, though. I don't really know what else, except for I think it'd be safe to hold because of conviction, to be honest. I think it'd be safe to not go break even here and just say, because of the SMT, because of the 1 hour gap and the inversion, TP1 and break even should be at the same spot. And yeah, I honestly kind of wish I did that. To TP1 and break even. I can't remember where I had it, but I should have done TP1 and break even here if I was to redo this. TP1 and break even, and then TP2 here. So it's okay. So pretty clearly now you guys can see it's looking like a pretty obvious market maker buy model now, where we have swept out this low with SMT. Now we've perfectly gone to the first standard deviation. So we have this breaker. Right, I still think we're drawing here once again because this entire consolidation is a giant liquidity pool. If you measure this out, check that out, right? So this is a strong draw on liquidity. So once again, right, I'm looking for a move from maybe, yeah, from within here to here. So this would be a 15-minute breaker. Then again, guys, we do have this 1 hour BPR. I don't know what else to say other than that sucks. So we got, yeah, Camel says, did not bother with news at 9:45 um, because of liquidity, it was high probability. And I would agree. Like, because the thing about news is news just delivers price to where it wants to go. So, I mean, we had news at 9:45, but you can see that just delivered us to go run these highs. So, I'm looking at this 15-minute breaker. I'm trying to not do something stupid because, yeah, a lot of time if I take a break even, I end up doing something stupid. So, I'm just trying to be thoughtful here. I don't know though. So like, it is kind of tricky because it's like, oh, you guys remember down here? Remember down here when I said this could be inducement? That was kind of sick that I said that. But you guys heard me say that, right? Remember I was like, guys, this is possibly going to be inducement, and then it was. You guys remember? I can't remember if it was exactly right here, if it was like here, but I knew that this could possibly be inducement because SMT higher time frame gap. You know what I'm saying, guys? Looks like we're back in accumulation here. So I had the complete right idea, but I just messed this up. And yeah, I think I should have just held because of conviction, to be honest. Because of liquidity, I would say. Yeah, I really do think you just hold this because of conviction, because of the draw on liquidity. And you just go 1-to-1. That's what I wish I did, but I was so close to finally just kind of annoying, but whatever. I'm just trying my best, guys. I'm just trying my best. That's all I can do is just do my best. So I shouldn't have gone break even though. I should have held this because of conviction, and I would have just targeted 1-1 if I could redo this. Or no, I would do what I initially had planned. I would do half off at 1-1 and break even, and then the other half off here. So that's what I would do if I could redo this. Dang it, dude. And I would have just not gone break even until 1-1 because of conviction. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it is what it is. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. It wasn't even a mistake, really, because I did what I thought was best in the moment, but I shouldn't have gone break even. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't a mistake. It was just what I thought was best in the moment, but it wasn't actually what was best. Tough. Oh, hey, there's 4 people watching. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to take another trade. I'm still kind of refining my rules because I'm trying to decide, like, right now my for sure rules are if I take a loss, I'm done for the day, 100%. Break even means I can go again. If I take a win, ideally I'm done for the day. But it's not that I can't go again. It's just ideally I'm done for the day. And if at 2 wins, I have to be done for the day. But I'm trying to figure out what to do if I get 2 break evens. And I haven't figured that out yet for my rule book. And that's something I need to figure out. If I go, do I make it so I can do 3 break evens? Or do I have to be done for the day at 2 break evens? Not gonna lie, guys, I think 2 break evens, I think I shouldn't go over 2 break evens. I think that's more than plenty for a day. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So 2 trades max. I think that's reasonable. What do you guys, let me know what you guys think though. Alright, anyway, I'll be on the charts until 11:10 as always, and yeah, just consistency over perfection. I'm just going to keep showing up every single day because obviously, I know I have what it takes, right? I'm getting these entries. This would be a 3-1, right? I knew this was a buy model from the beginning. So now I'm just, it's just a matter of time before I stop messing up. But yeah, like I said, this was a really good trade. I definitely give it a post-trade approval. I just wish that I held because of conviction, didn't go break even, and then went break even at TP1 at 1R, and then held the runner for 1.7R. That's what I wish I did. Oh well. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna my new rule. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna add this to my rule books now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Basically, 2 break evens is the max for the day, for any given day. I don't want to go over 2 break evens. Just because I want quality over quantity, right? I shouldn't be taking 3 break evens, really. I don't know. So here's my rule book. It's very, very messy, and I still need to clean it up. It's very messy. So just kind of ignore all this. I'm just trying to figure out where I put the... See, that's my old... I don't get up that early anymore. Break even. Okay, this is where I want to put it. 2 break evens. There we go. This is the ultimate game plan here. Loss, done for the day. Break even, you can go again. Win, ideally be done, but if you see something A plus, you can go again. 2 wins for the day, done for the day. 2 break evens. I like this a lot. Oh, and then win plus break even. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if this makes sense, but I'm pretty sure it does. Loss, done for the day. Break even, you can go again. Win, ideally be done. 2 wins, done for the day. 2 break evens, done for the day. Any. What's your time on Rubik's Cube? How'd you know I do Rubik's Cube? Or I've done it in the past. I haven't been doing it lately. My best in I haven't been doing cubing at all in a long time, but my best was 11 seconds like 4 years ago. Back in high school, I did it a lot. Do you cube? I can't speak. I can't. What the heck? Do you do cubing? Dude, I used to love that. That's all I would do for the longest time. Just I'd go home from school and I'd do cubing, dude. That was my thing for the longest time. But I don't know. I'm not sure I count the 11 seconds because like I know I count it. It was just like the perfect. I got lucky on 11 seconds. Other than that, my best time is 13 or 14. So yeah, dude, that's so good, dude. That's sick. Wait? What made you think I did cubing? That yeah, it was fun. I need to. I don't know. I enjoy it a lot, but I just don't have time for it. I mean, I do. I do have time for it. I just haven't been doing it. Oh, I love that. Tells a lot about me, huh? Okay, it looks like we're getting accumulation here. So it's possible if we get something, it'll be during the next macro. So 1050 to 1110. And I'd probably want to see us dip back down into this breaker. I'm assuming this is a fair value gap as well. I mean, very well should be. Yeah. It's a 5 minute, 15-minute gap. I probably just use the 5 minute one. So let's see. So we got this breaker in for value gap. I would essentially be looking to see accumulation, manipulation into this fair value gap. Whoops, that was the wrong color. I like to do, I don't know why I just started doing this, but I do like blue. I like to do blue for bullish and red for bearish. Yeah, I mean, this is looking like a pretty obvious accumulation to me. So this will be a 5-minute fair value gap. I mean, this is a very, very clean higher time frame model, right? Where we have SMT sweep of I guess I don't know what this is. Previous hours low, maybe. I don't think it's anything. Yeah, I would say this counts as a unicorn. But for me, I'm looking to use this fair value gap as my key level, and then I would try and align the 5-minute with the 30-second, and I would look for something like this, where we get ideally like a sweep, maybe SMT with this low. So I wouldn't try and time the bottom, right? Like, I would prefer to see us get let me finish this real quick. I would prefer to see us get accumulation, manipulation, accumulation, manipulation into the gap, and then change state delivery, right? So like 30-second change state delivery, whether it's on the close or the retest, and then I would want to take it something like this, or just like 1.5 R, and you can see we're already kind of generating this as trendline liquidity. So we'll just have to see. So yeah, a lot of people would probably just take this as just like your normal unicorn, but I'm gonna wait for a lower time frame change state delivery. I bet you this is gonna be a lower. I bet you this is gonna push us lower. Can't speak. We also have a Reaper fair value gap here. I doubt it gets hit. But alright, it's kind of starting to get a little chaotic. Let's get rid of all the other stuff that we added. I just want to see accumulation, there we go. Starting to look a little nicer now. What I'm looking for, once again, is I'd honestly just want to see since we have this mapped out as a buy model, at least that's what I'm seeing right now, could this be, let's see, this is a 1 hour gap, right? So, could this reject here? Possibly. I have to keep an open mind. I mean, it's very, very possible, actually. Like, maybe we should give this more thought. 1 hour for value gap. $2 So yeah, we got a 2 hour BPR. Let's just get rid of everything. The only reason why I'm like, I think I'm bullish is because this looks like accumulation. So if we go lower first, we'll probably expand higher. If we go higher first, we'll probably go lower. That's what I will say. So I'm just watching to see what happens here. But yeah, look at that. Look at what I said, right? We're probably going to fail here. And now look at that. We're failing to go lower. Oh, man, I kind of used bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, and yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything till the macro, so I'm just going to, walk away right now. All right. So, looks like we're still in accumulation here. pretty obviously. Could we get something in the next macro? Maybe. But I'm probably going to try to do nothing unless the chart calls my name. Man, I really wish that I had just had the foresight to not have to go break even at this high because of liquidity, right? Because look at all of these, like, look at this giant range, look at this range, look at all of this range. I mean, there's just a lot of liquidity up above. And so I should have had the foresight to know this is one you don't need to go break even. You can just hold target 1-to-1 for the first take profit and then go break even once that first take profit gets hit, and then leave the runner for the external high. I wish I did that. It's whatever. I'm just going to keep getting better. Yeah, nothing's convincing at all here. Forming trend lines on either side. Not convinced, man. Not convinced. I think the only time, like, this is the only time support and resistance traders are, like, super profitable, when we get these before we get the low resistance liquidity run, right? When we're still in high resistant conditions, that's when the support and resistance guys are like, we're the best traders. But then, right, when we get the low resistance liquidity run, it's like, Alright, so we could be breaking up to the outside. I'm not a huge fan. We have SMT. So yeah, maybe we'll go higher. Not taking it, but yeah, maybe we'll go higher. Just not convinced of anything. And we did have SMT here, so. We have this very small 1 hour BPR right here. What's YM doing? Let's take a look at session highs and lows because I'm bored. Yeah, so we take out London low, and we expand the London high. I would think New York should continue to expand, but could always be wrong. We got a new day opening gap right here. It's a recent one too. So if the market did want to come back lower, maybe retest this. Interesting. I think that's SMT, right? Oh, you know what? We got let's check to see if we got a lower time frame for value gap, like 15 or 5 minute. We might have a 15 minute. Yeah, we got a 15-minute BPR here. That's kind of clean. Okay, 15-minute BPR. Let's go check out the 1 minute. We're getting S&T. Sweep of this high. So now we're just like, okay. What next? Right? Maybe we want to go lower off of this. I'm not sure I'm in love with it, but not super in love with it, but this could end up working out. I think I'll try this for 1R to target these lows. I think this is pretty reasonable. 0.3. Let's do 3. Okay, I'm gonna try it. And I'm just going to target the end of that trend line. This hopefully isn't a mistake. I think, would I give this post-trade approval? This is the macro. No, I'd say I give this post-trade approval, yeah. Then again, I don't know. If I'm not sure, maybe I shouldn't take it. I'm gonna take it.
Order filled.
Hopefully this isn't a mistake. We'll see. So this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to take 2 off here if we get it. And then a runner. I'm going to take a runner down to here. Okay, there's TP1.
Order filled.
I'm gonna go stop to break even on the rest. Hey, later, bro? Peace out. Have a good night. See you later sometime. Thanks, Javier. Yeah, man. Finally, bro. Hey, $100 profit. $100 profit is $100 profit, bro. Okay, I don't think we should come back up to this high. I'm gonna trill. I'm trailing my stop to that internal high. I think if we're gonna go, we should deliver right now. So I'm officially, since I think we took this low. Yeah, we took this internal low, so I'm trailing stop to here. Preserving gains. Because at this point, right, if we come back up, we're probably going to go back to this accumulation. So, trailing stop is right here on the runner. All right, I got stopped out.
Stop filled.
Dude, looks like that was a good decision. All right, 9 more minutes and I'm done. But I can't take any more trades. I'm just gonna be watching the charts for now. So yeah, man, I shouldn't have gone break even. I went break even a little too early, and it's a valuable lesson to learn though. Like you gotta have conviction when you need to have conviction, and you gotta go break even when you need to go break even. It's a lesson learned, and I paid for it with a break even, and that's okay. So, I'm not upset about it. But I will be done for the day now. So, yeah. So the way that I'm doing this is I'm trading one account at a time to just make sure I don't blow my accounts. And I'm trading an eval on the back end on with 6 times the risk. So once I just, when I save one of my fundeds on the back end, it's gonna pass an eval. So every time I don't lose a funded, it's going to pass an eval on the back end, and then I'll have another funded. But if I end up do blowing some of the fundeds, hopefully these new evals will compensate for the ones that if I end up blowing any. So, and then once I pass the eval, then I unlock the next funded and the next eval. So I'll be trading 4 accounts instead of 2. And this was an accident today. This was because it wasn't work. Group trade wasn't working, so that was an accident. But yep. Anyway, pretty cool. We're almost Now we're just hanging out, watching and waiting. Here we go. Um, 6 more minutes. Nice little 3-minute IFG here. I could see us delivering to the end of this range. We'll just have to see. I think this is one as well that you just target 1-to-1 and you just hold because of conviction. So I just go like 1-to-1, and I just target this. I target the volume imbalance. There you go. So I would think this, yeah. So I just target 1-to-1. If I was taking this, which I'm not, right? I'm not taking this because I already took my trade. So to be honest, I don't love this fair value gap. Maybe if you wanted to, you could take profit there. I'd probably still try and take this trade up to this volume imbalance. That's probably what I'd do. Honestly, I'd take some off here, just in case, and then actually I'll just take all off there. Boom. That's a 1-to-1 right there. Boom. So yeah, that's cool. Just tape read a 1-to-1. Very, very cool. There we go. Volume and balance was hit. So anyway, 3 minutes left. And yeah, I'm just waiting now for this to be done. Yeah, my new rule is at 1 hour I must always take a partial and go break even. That's my new rule. Or I must always take half off and go break even. Pretty sure I have that in my rules, right? I put that in here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's right here. All right. 1 minute left. I'm gonna try shorts at 20,020. Send me screenshots in the Discord and tell me how it goes. I want to see it. I think that's 1 more minute, and then it can be done. All right, there we go. 11:10 Eastern. I will see you guys in the next one.